What's up, lovely people? Mario Gaming here, and today I'm going to show you the support monk build for the current meta, and the gear, everything that you need, and I'm going to show you a little bit of a clip of a gameplay where I go through what I'm thinking about and where to position yourself and stuff. So you want to use the Isma set first of all. Super important set. It not only gives you a huge amount of attack speed, 30%, you do get 30% armor as well. So the absolute best pair of weapons that you can use for monk. You want to go with a similar role like I have here: dexterity, vitality, attack speed, and cooldown, and then life per hit gem. For really high grade rifts, you cannot use the Juliana set, and you are going to skip out on vitality or dexterity to get bleed on the weapon. But we're just talking low speeds, so both weapons should look like this. Boots, illusory boots, so you can move through enemies without getting stuck. So super important, so you can position yourself perfectly for the witch doctor, and if the witch doctor moves, you move and you place a sank on him. Pants and the whole set here, like the whole two sets, doesn't matter where you actually have the Julianas or Innas. It can be Juliana gloves, Juliana chest, and the rest being Innas. It doesn't matter. Make sure you have 2 pieces of Juliana and 3 pieces of Innas, so that you do get the 4-piece set here, which is important. It gives you the base of all 4 mantras. So the base effect of all 4 mantras when you're using the 4 set, and the Juliana will give you it will make it so that when you attack, every 3rd hit will apply exploding palm. It spreads super quickly, and it procs the pain enhancer from Witch Doctor, which is a huge ton of damage. So priority stats, as you can see, I'm just going to show you my pieces here so you can see them. I would go for what I have here. This one, instead of pickup radius, melee damage reduction is good. It helps against arcane, it helps against molten, so super good. You've got the same here on my Juliana. I would go for something like this. Fire resist, always good. Physical fire and arcane, all 3 really strong. Gloves, I would go for something with dexterity, vitality, attack speed, and cooldown. That is, in my opinion, the best role on gloves. Or attack speed, all resist. I mean, dexterity, all resist, attack speed, cooldown is also good. Not what I have here. You don't need so much resource cost reduction, so definitely not the best role here. Shoulders, you do have these almost all the time when you're in a pull. You should have them up because you Cyclone Strike to get enemies in. So gives you damage reduction, and same stats that I have here, really good. And of course, if you could have 8 cooldown, that would be awesome. But yeah, for your bracers, it has to be either spirit guards or strong arm bracers that you have equipped on yourself, and it doesn't matter which one's equipped and which one's in the cube. Just use the best one you have. Something similar to mine. Instead of range damage reduction, I would go for melee damage reduction. I think it's better. Your amulet, you definitely go for a Hellfire amulet, guys. Hellfire amulet, use, for example, dexterity or intelligence. Use for like the best stats would be attack speed, cooldown, and then glow bonus if you could. Remember, guys, that right now with the agility mantra, attack speed is more healing than glow bonus. Just so you know. So keep that in mind. For your ring, or for your rings, the jewelry, you want to use Zodiac so you can refresh that sank quicker. So your spirit spenders will refresh your cooldowns quicker. So definitely go for Zodiac, and as close to my role as possible or better. Like if you could get 8 cooldown there, that would be awesome. And same here. This is really important so that your DPS dealers get more DPS out of the Oculus pools. Same stats as I have is good, or better. All resist instead of vitality, and 7 attack speed would be better. And then glow bonus, of course, if you could. The gems in your gear should be diamonds, with a diamond in your helm to increase that cooldown. The cooldown that you're looking for as a minimum is 65.58. So I am missing two cooldown rolls, 2% cooldown here, as you can see. Here 1 and here 1. For your gems, you want to use Goku of Swiftness, as you can see. Gain 1% cooldown reduction per stack of Swiftness, so it gives you a lot of cooldown. And combined with that Zodiac, it's gonna make it so that you can keep Soothing Mist up all the time. So super important to use Goku of Swiftness, and that can be leveled up as much as you want. For the Gem of Efficacious Toxin, it needs to be level 25 and not higher than that. It doesn't need to be higher. It's not gonna do anything anyways. So I've heard that it even lags more with a higher level one. I'm not sure if I believe that. I don't know, but level 25 is what you're aiming for. Gives you damage reduction and gives you damage. Your Ice Blink, like you're basically using this for the 10% chance for enemies to be critically hit, and it works. It only works because you're using Tsunami. So skills, we can actually check the cube first, so you can see what I'm using. Flying Dragon for attack speed. So you definitely want to use Flying Dragon so that you get that super high attack speed. And Spirit Guards or Strong Embracers, one of those, doesn't matter. And Royal Ring so that you can get your 4-piece Innas. So I have 3 pieces, but it gives me, it reduces the amount of set pieces I need. So for the skills, Tsunami, so you can proc Ice Blink. It also makes it so that your I mean, it reduces the damage of the mobs because it does slow their attack speed. So yeah, but you're mostly using it for Ice Blink. And Temple of Protection, damage reduction, and also what this Inner Sanctuary does, Temple of Protection, is that enemies, like, it's basically ignore pain. They're not going to get knocked back, frozen, or like jailed, or feared. Nothing like that will happen, except Wormhole. Wormhole goes through everything. So yeah, this is the best Inner Sanc. It allows the barb to go further away and pull more density. Cyclone Strike, Implosion, so that you can make bigger pulls, like surrounding the Witch Doctor with density, and also you can also pull some density as well with this. Exploding Palm, the flesh is weak. If you don't use an Exploding Palm, you just get the bleed effect from the 2-piece Juliana, and you do want to use flesh is weak. It gives you additive damage, super good. So definitely use Exploding Palm. This will not work in higher grade rifts. I'm talking about lower now. Agility Mantra, so that you do get the 35% dodge. It gives you all resist already when you use the Agility Mantra, but when you push it, you do get some all resist, as you can see here. Bam, you do get some all resist. So definitely use the Agility, super good. Soothing Mist, and this is why you want to have as much attack speed as possible. Imbue yourself with water, causing your abilities to heal yourself and allies within 30 yards for 16,093 life. And the faster you attack, the more you'll heal. So definitely go for as much attack speed as possible. It is more healing than the glow bonus. Beacon of Yitar, so that you get that cooldown and can reach your breakpoint. Seize the Initiative, so that you get attack speed and heal more. And Resolve, so that the enemies deal less damage to you. And Near Death Experience, so that if you're in a big pool and there's like a lot of grotesques or molten or stuff, you do not die, you proc, and you know, if you die, the Witch Doctor might die as well. So Unity as well. This passive here, I have it on my Hellfire Amulet, so it gives your team some additive damage as well. You're a support, you're there to support, give damage, and buffs. That's it, and keep the DPSs alive. So super good. I think these 5 mantras are the best that I have. So not mantras, I mean passives. So sorry. Anyways, I'm going to show you a gameplay clip of me playing, I think it is 124, something like that, Great Rift, and what I thought, like how I position myself and what I think about. One thing that you need to think about, guys, is communication, and if you do not communicate anything, there's like, it's going to be super difficult to play. And whatever you do, guys, just make sure that you keep the DPS alive as a support monk. So keep that sank up. I've seen some people stop sanking on bosses and stuff, and I'm like, as a DPS, how am I gonna survive if you're not keeping sank up? Anyways, let's go through the gameplay. Alright guys, so here we're getting into an area crater, and as you can see, the mobs are pretty bad. So what we're doing here, we're just going to a little bit like a place that is a little bit more open, so we can get a larger pull and get some progress going. The thing is, with this mob type, you don't want to stay too long. Nothing here really gives you any progress. There are a couple of unburieds once in a while, which are good progress, but the rest of the mobs usually die too quickly for us or anyone else that is like doing these runs to kill the unburied. So you usually just kill the small stuff and then go. This mob type is really bad, but you can see where I position myself. Like if you look at the map there, it's quite open, and there's a lot of density to pull from all sides. So what you need to think about as a support monk is, like, don't walk around not sanking and not doing anything. You need to sank, like, you need to stop at one point and then sank. It's quite difficult for new players to know where to sank, so it's easy for me to say, oh, how can you not know where to sank? Like, for example, here, I decide to sank right there. Like, he can pull from ahead, and he can pull mobs from behind as well. So for new players, it's going to be quite difficult to know. They're just going to run and run and run, or they just stop like for nothing. So you can see here that where I decided to stop, there's actually quite a lot of density. And I also know, since I've done this map so many times, that usually there can be a pylon ahead of us, and the rift is gonna, like this map, it always like goes the same. It always ends to the right. Like it's like a straight line up to the right. Like it's not a bad map, but it's not the best one either. So it all depends also on, you know, what kind of mob type you actually get. But as you can see, like all of that density, and we had a couple of unburieds and stuff, all of that density, and look how little progress we made. So we're gonna we decided, since the Barb scouted the power pylon here, that we're gonna stop. You can stop like a little bit ahead, like exactly where the yellow stood, like over that yellow a little bit. You can stop there, or you can stop where I stopped here, and you can actually see that where I stopped, it's quite easy to get density from the right, and get density from below, and get density from the left as well. But I don't know, really. Maybe the spot where the Barb is pulling right now is better. I'm not sure. I've stayed there a couple of times, and a lot of trash from the right got stuck. So I don't know, man. Maybe this is the best spot here. I don't know. It just feels natural for me to stop where you can get a lot of density from all sides. So I'm trying to pull a little bit as well, but yeah, they're not coming in. They're DR'd. So what you need to think about as well, guys, when you move as a support monk, don't cyclone strike, because you will either you will like block the witch doctor, or you're gonna make it more difficult for the Barb to pull as well. So don't cyclone strike, and try not, you don't need to hit the enemies, but obviously you need to either hit the air or hit that enemy to get your spirit guards up, so you don't proc or die if you don't play with a proc. I always recommend you to play with a proc, so that under laggy moments you can actually get you can actually survive them. So we're entering here. There's a channel pylon, and this mob type is a little bit better. I decided to stop here. We could go further, but like we have density from behind, and he's going to pull from ahead. So this will be a good enough stop to make some progress. Like with that power pylon, we barely made even. I don't know if it was. It feels like it was like he took it a little bit early when we were not like in a position to take it. So there you go. You can see we made a little bit of time, and this is not a push, guys. It's just gem ups, so it doesn't lag as much. That's why we can play with the Juliana. If you're pushing, this will never work. It's gonna lag with the Julianas. I've seen it, so it just doesn't work. But you can see here, I decided to stop at an intersection, and there's like, it goes like, he can pull mobs from behind where we were. He can pull from the right side, and he can also pull like upright as well, as you can see that he's doing right now. And yeah, we can make some good progress here actually, because there's like mobs coming in from all sides. This particular map, I don't like it so much. Like Oasis is good. This is Oasis. Last map was Crater. And the mob type, like if you get this on a forest, it is of course much better, and it's usually super dense with this mob type. Especially I've noticed on forests, like all mob types are dense, but this mob type is quite good. Not for pushing, but for speeds, it's definitely good. But yeah, here we're waiting for him to kill the yellow, and now we're gonna move. So a little bit more, and then we're gonna move. So make sure that you're always staying with the Witch Doctor, guys. It's super important that you communicate with your team, and like for example, let's say you sank and it's wrong. Don't be quiet. Like, you know, I've seen some people be quiet. They're not mentioning that their sank is off, and like that's super bad. Just say like, my sank is misplaced. Just say it, and it's gonna make it much better for your team to know. Also, if you're at the boss fight and you misplace the sank, let your necromancer, like, he will see it, but always call it out, like, oh sorry, the sank was placed, and then he can instantly move. So here you can see, I think we're gonna kill this yellow, but I'm not sure. Yeah, that shielding yellow there, he took like, I don't know, 40%. He's at least over 50% health at the moment. You can see the map is not so good. It's like kind of a long. It looks like a highway, just a long straight, and it's not very good. So yeah, we're gonna kill this yellow. He's doing a rotation here, and of course it's gonna shield. Yeah, piece of beep. But yeah, you can see my cycle, but like my my sank was a little bit misplaced, so was a bad sank, but I got ported. It can happen. What's really annoying when you're playing the Juliana, Innas Juliana's support monk, is that you do move around a lot, even if it's not on purpose. It teleports you. Yeah, this is so much better, this mob type here, and you're gonna see there's like, where we stop here is a really good spot. We are gonna get we probably, yeah, let's see here. Oh my goodness, yeah, this is a lot of density. So yeah, we stopped here, and you can see that the Armageddon pack is right on top of us. You can see, like, we're gonna probably, like, we're like 1 minute ahead now. We're probably gonna be 3 minutes ahead. Like, you can see how much density we have here, and we're probably gonna kill the blue as well. I'm pretty sure we did. But you can see the lag, like when you get a decent pull, how much it lags. Like, imagine if it's like 130 or something, you're doing like higher gem ups, it's going to be very difficult to play with Juliana. So you need to skip it and go bleed on weapon, so you can proc the pain enhancer for Witch Doctor. But you saw the time we won there, guys. Like, and we still got density. We stopped at this particular spot. You don't always stop at this particular spot. Sometimes you actually go, you can see that we're like, you can see where we are at the map, but you can also go up and stop like further up. I'm going to show you when we actually move past it. But you can see we killed the blue even. So we won so much time on that spot. And you can see like right here where I just stepped through. You can also stop there. Here I think I stopped at a bad spot here, but I'm like right here. We had the density right here, so the mothers and everything were there. But I don't know if it was like the good choice to stop right here. You can go a little bit further, closer to the door, and stay like not like close to the door, but under it, and it's going to be very easy to pull from all sides, and it's going to be quick as well. But this worked, so we decided to stop here. But I usually where you can see the barb on the map there where we were, like I usually like to stop there. Like I'm going to show you when we move past it. Like, yeah, right here, but like further down a little bit, not so close to the door, otherwise the density will get stuck at the door. That map was a Corvus map, just mentioning the name of the map. Corvus is usually bad, there's a lot of doors, and here we're getting West March. Not the greatest layout, but we're so close to spawning the boss. These big spiders, not a good mob type, but like for speeds it's fine. We're definitely going to spawn the boss right here. This is enough. And you can see like you don't always want to stop like instantly when you see density. Try to skip density, move ahead a little bit. So if you got like 5-10% of density, you can move past it and stop at the next like 5-10%, and then drag the density that was 5-10% from behind, and you're gonna have that density, and the barb can pull from ahead as well. So here, like on the boss, since you're using Tsunami and you're using an Ice Blink, you do stun the boss, just so you know, guys. And you need to pay attention to when the Necromancer actually communicates like the stoppage, like when we're gonna stop attacking the boss, otherwise he's gonna deal less damage. So really important that you and the Necromancer, like here, he's I think he got like a perfect rotation. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I actually didn't pay attention there. But if you don't stop attacking, he's not going to get the Crispin Sentence bonus damage, and he's going to deal much less damage on the boss. And yeah, like if you're doing a higher gem up and stuff, it's going to be a fail sometimes if you miss that. So when the Necromancer stops, tells you to stop attacking, you stop attack as the support monk. You can apply Exploding Palm, and that's going to refresh that sank, so you can keep the sank up. You don't need to auto attack the boss anymore to stun him. So he's gonna kill the boss soon. Yeah, the next rotation, the Stricken has stacked up a lot, and we had a speed as well, so the boss is Ripperino. Anyways, guys, thank you very much. I mean, I can try to make more like videos like this in the future, but I just wanted to cover this. Like, this is not a pushing build, it's a speed build, guys. Like for speeds, like higher speeds, you know, you shouldn't fail when you do these. And anyways, guys, let's reach a like goal of 1 like today, guys. Thank you so much, guys, by the way, for watching.